Well, first catch of the day, mud ball raccoon. Only a few sets in. I'm guessing that's going to set the tone for the day. So let's get this one dispatched and keep rolling. So guys, these friggin' possums. Got one here deep caught and one at blind set by his back foot. You see the potential in this trail a little bit, but there's so much that could travel this. It's going from the edge of a draw across to a cut cornfield, but there's brush over the hill. Really disappointing when they fill up with these possums. So nonetheless, we'll get this one dispatched, keep rolling. You know guys, back when I was setting these blind sets when I started, I preferred a flat surface, but now that I'm getting better and I feel comfortable with my skill, especially the last 5-10 years, man, these trails that have an incline, I like them more, because once you find a shelf, like that possum was caught in front, back foot, and he was deep. He wasn't going nowhere. So just a preference over the time. I used to fear them, now they're my friend. Well guys, my first ever 2 fish stick sets. We got 2 raccoon. That one was set on a drowner, so it did its job. But we got 2 coon on my first 2 fish sticks. I feel really good about that. Well, actually these were my second 2. I gotta go check the first 2 still. I put out 4 yesterday, but 2 coon at the first spot I checked with them. I'm very happy about that. Well guys, got a nice raccoon and a 1.5 blind set here. Couldn't be happier with it. That puts us at, it'd be the 4th coon this morning. So they moved last night, let's roll on them hard. We got a lot of sets to check. Alright guys, next stop. As you can see here, we got a grinner. Nothing special. Had a rabbit on the other side of the road. That's something to keep in mind, guys. If you're catching rabbits, a lot of guys, or squirrels, some guys panic, but a lot of times that's where your bobcats and stuff are too, and your fox and so on. So if you're catching those, don't hesitate to keep that spot set. Could pay off. Holy mackerel, it's a raccoon. Who would have thunk it? Nice coon, 1.5 blind set, climbing up over a shelf, going to a pond. Real nice location. Keep open, take a bobcat right around here, but keep catching coon. So we'll take it anyways. Let's keep rolling. Woke him up from his nap. Alright guys, here's the trail. The trail's right here. It goes up here. The remake's just right there in the center. Yeah, it's destroyed. I don't need it to look awesome. I just need them guided to right there where my 1.5's sitting. You're just re-guiding them. You know, a lot of guys ask about the remake. It's so simple. You just build up the sides and put your trap right back in the middle and make it look kind of natural, and they'll run right back up that trail. If you guys have any doubts about those remakes, that's alright guys. You should question everything you're told in the trapping industry. Make sure it's true. But here's another one of those remakes. If you guys remember, caught a raccoon. You see the destruction up here? Now this time I did have to move down, but last year I got 2 or 3 catches on this trail before I had to move down. So moving down is another potential thing you may have to do eventually if it gets too destroyed. So anyways, rocking and rolling, catching raccoon like crazy. We're having the time of our lives out here. This right here, guys, this is the problem. Got warm, cold, warm. My DP got knocked over. I'm not catching anything there, and the bait's gone. So anyways, just it happens to all of us, but something to try to watch out for. Alright guys, see up there we got a DP because we're within that range of a house. But if you look on down there, whoops, sorry about that. Got another coon down there at the next telephone pole. Gotta love these doubles. If I'd have set the next one, probably have one down there too. Here's a closer look on that next raccoon, still in that 200-yard mark from a house. It's a nice one, guys. Let's get a close-up on this one. Dark raccoon, big sized. he hadn't skipped a meal. So anyways, get this one dispatched. Look at that. Wow. Alright, let's keep rolling. And just down the road a ways, guys, got another one in the DP. That one found an old fence post tangle up in. He's fine, but chewing on that fence post. So anyways, just going to corn. Rocking and rolling. Got a 1.5 set up there. We caught a couple coon up there, but that's it for something special coming through. Not him. Alright guys, just put in this 1.5 blind set here. I think I missed a cat going down this trail. I had a 1.5 set running over the top, but I got to looking, and down through the trail I only had a DP. Dang it. You know, us trappers only run the top gear. I really believe in that. Only the most expensive top gear we can buy. Anyways, there's that set. The blind set strikes again. All I seen was ears. I knew what I had before I even got there. Big old coon. Oh, look at that belly. My gosh. You ain't skipped a dinner, friend. 1.5 blind set. Ain't you guys ever grow up riding the back roads, trapping with your dads, listening to classic rock? Jamming out to some classic rock again today. I do that quite a bit. Reminds me when I was a kid growing up running the line with my dad. Anyways, big trail, big coon. I'll give you a closer look here in a sec. Already ripped my pants. I don't want to fall down too. Here she is. I've also been making some missed calls on gender on some of these coon. And I'm not gender confused. I think they are. A lot of the sows have been having furred bellies, which is kind of rare in my area. A lot of times you have what we call sucked out sows. And so anyways guys, if I said big boar and it ended up being a big sow, I do apologize. This is a big old coon though, regardless. Look at that face, has some scarring. Big back. Yeah, that's a good one. Let's keep rolling. Well guys, first snared coyote of the season. This will be coyote number 3. Coming across the field edge, cutting across to a brush pile. Now this is disappointing. He has a big cut on his back, so I thought somebody shot at him. But what actually I think might be going on, if you see his tail, I think he's got mange. There's a big sore on his back. I'm just not sure. Either somebody shot him since he's been trapped in the back, or it's a big chunk of mange with fresh blood all over the place. But that's not from being trapped. So anyways, nonetheless guys, coyote number 3, getting some mange removed. He's a nice dark coyote. I sure wish he wasn't sick. But that's how it be. Get the mange out of the pack, hopefully. So let's keep rolling. Coyote number 3 of the season. Alright guys, first set. This is actually more of a coyote location, but coon will travel this. You know, it's kind of weird how they just stick to the same trail whether they mean to or not, walk the same place, especially in an open concept. But there's not a huge trail here, but I've caught coyote here before. And so we just put a foothold there because that's what makes sense, not a DP. And we got us a nice coon. Not what we wanted here, but you know, we'll take it, we'll reset it, we'll probably catch a coyote down the road with it too. So first set, and this ain't really much of a coon set. That tells me that they moved pretty good last night. So be a long day, long check day anyway. So let's get to catching, huh? Alright guys, about 4 sets in, we got 2 raccoon, 1.5 blind sets. Whoops, sorry, backed up a little quick on you. 4 sets, 2 raccoon. Blind sets are producing, the 1 DP didn't. Good sized coon. It's gonna be a long day guys. We're gonna catch a lot of fur today, so just hang with us. I am excited about it. Just got a lot to do today, so let's get rolling. Fantastic guys. See the smaller trail here? This is a raccoon trail, and it went down there and it pinched down, and I had a 220 there and we caught a big coon. Right, but there's a bigger trail that goes over the road. Then I went ahead and we have snares set up on, and you'll see the predators and stuff kind of cross over a little different route than the raccoon, which are going lower in this situation, and in several situations like this. You'll see a smaller trail and a bigger trail, and sometimes they use the same trail, but nonetheless, we got this big old coon wrapped up in a 220, done. That's a dandy, we'll take it. Guys, this may be one of the biggest coon I've ever caught. I know it doesn't show much here on camera, but I'm not kidding you. This thing is massive. Here, let me get out of your light. This is a big timber coon that's just been feeding on corn. He is humongous. Look at that 220. That 220, like his head barely fit in there. I don't even know how he was squeezing down that trail. That's exciting. I might weigh this one. I don't know. I wish I'd have caught him during the tournament. Caught some big ones during the tournament, but this guy, he's massive. Alright guys, no surprise here. Another coon and a 1.5 blind set. You know, pretty excited about it. Just good sized coon. Problem is, the bigger the coon, the further they can reach. You know, we all make mistakes. He snapped off both. I have a 220 there, and I had one here, and he reached up. I mean, that's a reach, but you know, you get a big enough coon, they can do it. So, mistake made. Now I got to reset all 3 traps for one coon, but another coon in the truck, so we'll keep rolling. Well, this is a first for me, guys. I run a light pay attention, but this is my first ever quail that I caught. So, you know, the good thing about this foot trap and having that quail right there, we're going to release it. It's going to be just fine. You know, I've dealt with bird catches before, and I've yet to have one that didn't fly off or be healthy, but that's a first for me. Let's not spook it too much. We don't want to send it into shock, but got us a quail. Alright guys, got another raccoon here. They moved well last night. We're pulling a big section of road, so I'm pulling as I'm going, but sure glad to have another raccoon to put in the truck. My arch enemy just drove by here a minute ago. The one landowner that doesn't like me in the county, I swear. And he doesn't want nobody trapping, hunting, or fishing, or anywhere around him within about a 40 to 50 mile radius. But that's okay, because we're going to trap, we're going to catch fur, and he's going to love it, whether he wants to or not. Well, and you guys might recognize this spot. We've got, I think, 3 coon here in 3 days. We're pulling today, leave a little crop for next year for catching, but good sized coon. They've been eating well. Let's help the farmer out, get these thinned out a little bit. No BS DP, within that, right at that 200-yard range from a house, and I just, you know, sometimes you just don't take that chance. So let's keep rolling. Alright guys, another raccoon, 1.5 blind set. This coon number 6 for the day. Tell you what, this is a spot where you can really roll in with a bobcat or whatever. But, you know, as my buddy Dale always says, you got to filter through the trash first. We got Trash Panda. So, we'll be pretty happy with that. We'll just keep rolling. Maybe we'll get something cool today. Maybe we'll just keep catching raccoon. We'll see. Alright guys, so setting up some fence line for a farmer. Might as well thin out his coon while I'm here. Trying to thin out some coyote. And that'll be a little easier on his corn hopefully next season. Alright guys, doing some fence line snaring for coyotes with landowner permission and a good setup to make sure I don't catch any incidentals. I dinked with this last year, and so what I learned and what I'm running is these are raccoon snares that I made years ago for raccoon trapping. I like short snares when I'm doing fence lines. So I cut short 9-gauge piece of wire. It's not very long. And I'll show you what I do here in a sec. Got my short snares, get my short 9-gauge wire, and then we got this, and I'll show you kind of where we go with this. Alright guys, so here's the set. We're just a hint off the ground, which I did take Dale Billingsley's advice on that because their paw hits first. You know, him and I kind of talked about that. Anyways, here's the loop. Not a huge loop, right? And I don't give them a lot of snare to pull on. I'm just clipped off to the fence there. I noticed if I kept them low and didn't give them a lot of slack, they just kind of hang out and stay low each time when I was checking. So, you know, we got our short snares, we got it clipped off, got our 9-gauge wire fastened on right there. That's very important to have a sturdy support, especially when fence line snaring. And then, you know, here's our tools that I keep with. I bought this thing, I think, for like 10 bucks in the off season, worth every penny. So, you know, I got all my options here. Carry this in the truck all the time. Keep a bunch of name tags on there too. So anyways, it's just my setup, one of my spots I want to show you guys. Let's keep rolling. Gotta watch out for these frickin' things here in Iowa. Alright guys, well that's the conclusion for that one. Putting out more sets, pushing hard, gonna be fun.
Critters and catfish here in the countryside.